Hey, Lord J here for the Naked Truth today. I just wanted to say, it was 3 years ago today that I had the most profound experience of witnessing the fight between the fearful and faithful play out around me, and that was because it was playing out within me. I was tuned into a higher perspective of reality, I'll say, because I believe it to be true, and also was not aware of what was going on under the surface entirely, because our archetypes can be in their sacred side, but are often in the scared side first, because they don't know how to feel safe within if we haven't created a place for them to do so. So it is our responsibility to recognize the characters that we have within our own energy field, and then help them migrate from the scared side of their pattern, which is what an archetype is, into their sacred side. So all of this is to simply say that 3 years ago today, I remember being downtown Toronto and connecting with people and being my vibrant self, despite the fact it was so too much and out there for most, that I saw their discomfort and the activations I was triggering them into, and I was not willing to hit the down button. I was not willing to tone it down for others to be comfortable when they frowned at what I was doing when they saw me to be the clown. And so I don't regret nor judge what I came into and went through back then, but I will say this version of me learned a lot from all of that. And I was having a conversation with someone a friend tonight who has been going through the gooey phase of transformation between the caterpillar and butterfly stage of life. And basically they had mentioned, any advice that you might have if somebody's starting from scratch? And I said, well, the first thing is to recognize you're not starting from scratch. Like, you have all of that which you learned because of what you went through in becoming the butterfly who actually allowed the transformation to move you through being a caterpillar to the body of the butterfly being similar and related but not the same any longer, because it's attached to wings that allow us to fly as high in the sky as we wish to, by the grace of our heart and the partner who can support us in that process. Which is so exciting and delighting, and I wish that for you, because having a strong partner by our side makes the difference in how safe we can be, because if we can unite in sacred matrimony, or not being a marital thing at all, but to actually divine union, come together with our divine counterpart and one who doesn't want to steal power from the other they are with most intimately, that is when we create the mastermind principle of two or more coming together in the likeness and image of that which is a shared desire, which is to give birth to that which is in the heart. So that was a little segue, because unity is absolutely fundamental in the building of community, which is common unity that we are called to have within our own cells of ourselves, within ourselves, in the cells that are the vessel that transport us through this world in, and then also with one another, both in the microcosmic level of our world and the ones who are in our physical proximity and the virtual reality that we have created and expanded into, and then also the larger world, which is the www.url that we come to see our identities to be part of, because those domains ultimately claim fame by the names that they are able to say are members. Well, what if we remembered that we are the ones that empower the corpse to do that which the domain then purports to be truth, at least in this place, it would say. I just wanted to give you some of what I was working through today, this day, and say that there is no need to start with a clean slate, which was the next question that was changed when I said, you're not starting from scratch. Like, you've had all of that which you've went through, you need to do something productive with, which, you know, the feel, felt, found model of marketing is to say, it seems like you feel this way, and I've felt that way, and I found this solution, which usually there's a sales transaction that goes with the solution that was found. But the feel, felt, found model of relating and building connection is used regularly. So when you experience someone identifying your feelings, so then they can relate to you by sharing the feelings they had that were similar you can relate to, and then selling you the solution that you need to then buy, now you know why. And so when he shifted from saying, like, what do I do when I'm starting from scratch? And then we corrected that and said it's not scratch. Like, you've had some scratches, but like, you survived it all, because we've all survived 100% of our darkest days and need to be celebrated and recognized from the inside for that. But then he said, okay, well, like, starting with a clean slate then. And I said, even when I clear off a chalkboard, there's still chalk on the board. It's just not as clear because it's no longer in the form of the words that were there before I smudged them off. And so I said, well, look, if you're thinking about the butterfly and recognizing that you've been in the gooey stage of the transformation for a long time, the caterpillar's body actually becomes the body of the butterfly. So not all of that which came before needs to die. You just have to mind the hate so that then you can change your fate, because you're no longer comparing yourself to others who judged you for going through it publicly, for sharing that which you were coming to in a way that you felt would add to the value others received from you and hopefully translate to being valuable in their lives too, which was why I used to do a lot more videos, particularly lives, back before 3 years ago tomorrow, when I made that fateful call that changed my life, because I tuned into what I'm doing now then before I had context and before I knew what I do now. But if I hadn't went through all of that, I wouldn't have learned what I know now, because I wouldn't have stood and put on the crown of my own corona, which is when your crown chakra is activated fully. Yeah, right? Oh, Laura, so controversial. Well, yeah, why not? Why not is a great question. And with that, I will say, please leave a comment down below today to let me know what this installment of the Naked Truth series means to you, for you, and what you're going to do with it. I send you love and hope that you will command your presence back into the now, for that is where all of your power lies when you are powerful, lest you give it away and then feel powerless because you have less power when you give it away. Ring. Ding, 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 ding. Have a great day, great night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I wish you joy. I wish for you to enjoy the journey and also enjoy the journey. Peace. Lord J. Namaste. Namago for today.